Hey everyone! If you enjoyed this video, the full version is available on Patreon. I'll be uploading all my content there going forward.
Chapter 1. It's really fucked up. The extremely dark room, the spider webs in the corner, the ramen on the table that had not been cleared away after eating, and the little figure lying on the bed. Naruto reached out and touched himself, and the bandage was tightly wrapped on his forehead. In his heart, but it's a bit frustrating. This kind of frustration is the kind of extreme anger that I just felt when I merged my memory. That's right, Naruto is not the original Naruto. The original Naruto is dead and was beaten by the annoying villagers. The one who was smashed on the head. The current Naruto is a brand new Naruto, one from Blue Star, a time traveler who has watched Naruto and knows all the plot of Naruto. Perhaps the only good news is to have a healthy body. Naruto murmured to himself. In his previous life, he was a cancer patient. During his hospitalization, he watched anime and played games every day. Who would have thought that as soon as he opened and closed his eyes, he would travel to the anime he had watched world, and also replaced the protagonist in the original work. Can I really do what Naruto can do in the original book? Naruto murmured to himself. To be fair, he did not have such great ideals as in the original book, nor did he have such a tolerant mind. The Naruto in the original book was more than a prime minister with a big heart, he could directly support an aircraft carrier. But if it were the current Naruto, that wouldn't work. When Naruto thought of what he had just experienced in his mind, he felt very aggrieved. He was just awakened by what he had experienced and happened in his memory. The description of Naruto's childhood in the original book was too one-sided. But in this real world, Naruto saw with his own eyes everything that Naruto had experienced in just 4 years from the time he could remember. Naruto is now 5 years old. Since he was 1 year old, there has been a rumor in the village that Naruto is a demon fox. As a result, the nanny at the welfare home almost killed Naruto, but fortunately, the ambulance showed up and stopped it at the critical moment. Then he stayed in Konoha hospital for another 3 days. During these 3 days, the nurse inserted at least a dozen needles into Naruto's body. At that time, Naruto was only 1 year old. His consciousness was still very hazy, and he was full of curiosity about everything in the world. Who can bear the pain of having a needle pricked on the body? And the subsequent growth was even more excessive. When Naruto was 3 years old, he couldn't stand it anymore. The welfare home was targeted in various ways. Whether it was the aunt who took care of him or his peers, they all targeted Naruto. In winter, Naruto was arranged to have a bed by the window, and the window was open. The icy snow fell on him, and Naruto's skin was frozen red. And his peers believed the rumors in the village. They insulted and bullied him every day. They even regarded Naruto as a bad guy when playing games. Several kids holding wooden swords are fighting together. Naruto was so angry just thinking about it. After he was 3 years old, he moved to the outermost place of Konoha, farther away from the Uchiha clan. But despite this, the nearby villagers always pointed fingers at the place where Naruto lived. They even piled their garbage directly at the door of Naruto's house. Not only the nearby villagers, but the people of the entire Konoha are targeting Naruto. Every time he goes out on the street, there are strange eyes, as well as all kinds of pointing and insults. And some shop owners, when they saw Naruto coming, waved their hands with disgust. They pushed and kicked Naruto out. He wanted to buy some food, but almost no boss would sell it to him. Even the ramen that Naruto is eating now is about to expire. These expired instant noodles are old. The board was sold to him at the normal price or even high. As for the so-called vegetables and meat, if you do Ntiko, take out a mask directly and feint Naruto. This identity Naruto is even more angry. The world of Naruto can be said to be a highly dangerous world. Especially in the center of the ninja world, Konoha. From the Konoha collapse plan to running to sell rice, twice. This village has been destroyed twice, and this is not counting the movie. Not to mention whether Naruto can escape from Konoha, he is now a Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Do you think it is possible? Even if he really escapes. What about the subsequent war that affects the entire ninja world? Infinite Tsukuyomi. It covers the entire ninja world. There are also Otsutsuki behind. One after another. Before you have strength, there is no way to escape. So, do you want everything to go according to plan? Naruto was confused. Do you want to follow the plot in the original work? That would be too uncomfortable. Ding, Motou Village's special ninja system is at your service. Chapter 2. Ding, Motou Village's special ninja system is at your service. The mechanical voice sounded from Naruto's mind. Naruto sat up suddenly. What the hell? Is this a system? As a time traveler, how could there be no golden finger? The special ninja system of Motou Village? This name. System, is it you? What is your role? Can you make me invincible in this world? Naruto asked with some expectation. He had not forgotten that in the subsequent Boruto, many people were saying that Naruto had died. Although he didn't know whether it was true or not, Naruto had already accepted death once and didn't want to die a second time. This system can provide the host with various ninja templates. The templates can be blessed on the host so that the host can have the skills and talents held by the templates. The system said with some pride. Ninja template. Naruto fell into deep thought. Pat head and ninja, it can't be what I think, right? In his previous life, Naruto was a big fan of Naruto. He had played all the games related to Naruto. Among them was the Naruto mobile game produced by Magic Cube. It was a horizontal fighting mobile game. There were all kinds of ninjas in it. The most famous one was an expression called patting the head. Even this expression became popular. So, this system couldn't be based on a game, right? Naruto was a little unsure. But then a transparent blue panel appeared in front of him. Host, Uzumaki Naruto. Template talent, none. Level, none. Gold coins, 0. Secret volume, none. Ninjutsu, none. Item, newbie gift pack. Is this your own attribute? It seems very simple, it's so clear at a glance. However, there is a newbie gift pack among the items. Open the newbie gift package. Naruto said tentatively in his heart. Newbie gift pack is opening. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the SSS level template of Impure World Reincarnation Uchiha Madara. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the secret scroll skill substitute technique. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the ninjutsu great fireball technique. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the initial gold coins of 1,000. A series of announcements resounded in Naruto's mind. Then text panels appeared. Naruto looked at them one by one. The first one gave Naruto a big surprise. The 3S level template was a great surprise to Naruto. However, the moment the words Impure World Reincarnation Uchiha Madara came out, Naruto had an idea in his mind. This system is definitely the same as the previous life's Naruto mobile game. But before that, Naruto glanced at the template of Impure World Reincarnation Uchiha Madara. Template, Uchiha Madara, Reincarnation. Level, SSS. Talent, Susano. Uchiha Madara's passive and skills all carry a huge Susano, the host can borrow it, and Susano fights, combat instinct. Uchiha Madara has super learning ability and can enhance your own combat experience during the battle, especially regarding fighting skills. Do you also want to dance? When the fighting spirit is at its highest, say this to the enemy will feel the excitement coming from their hearts. The most powerful fear. Skills, Susano Megatama. Susano Double Arm Slash. Complete Susano. Great Fire Extinguishing. Wood Clone, Great Fire Extinguishing. Secret Technique, Tree World Descends. Secret Technique, Heavenly Obstacle Shock Star. Fragments, 0/100, note, when the fragments are full, you can upgrade and strengthen the Impure World Reincarnation Uchiha Madara. The attributes of the template are much more exaggerated than your own attributes. These dense words made Naruto start reading word by word. There are 3 talents in total. Susano, fighting, and one similar to accumulating energy bars. Do you want to dance too? The first one gave Naruto a big surprise. Susano. In the Mangekyo, the Sharingan is called the third ability of God's power. With a huge body, whether it is fighting or defending, it is top-notch. As for fighting, it is estimated that Naruto's fighting ability is improved. After all, Madara's Sharingan is the straight Megatama representing fighting. Having this talent means that Naruto has extraordinary fighting ability and the ability to analyze the battlefield situation. In short, it is a very good energy. As for the last one, do you want to dance too? It can be said to be Uchiha Madara's representative line. This talent is said during the battle, after the battle reaches the impromptu point, which will bring great fear to the enemy. Similar to accumulating energy bars. When the energy bar is full, you can say this sentence. I just don't know what kind of effect it will produce. These are the 3 talents carried by the Impure World Reincarnation Uchiha Madara template. It can be said that each one is very good. The next is the skills. Susano has 3. Long-range Megatama close combat slash. There is also a complete Susano, which is dozens of meters high and can adapt perfectly to both attack and defense. The second skill, Hahuo Extinguish, is to spit fireballs, which is nothing to say. As for the secret, Tree World Advent, it is just to release spreading branches from both hands, and then cover the surrounding area, weaken the enemy's chakra, and enhance your own life recovery and chakra recovery. As for Tianai Zhensing, there is nothing to say about this. Summon meteorites, 1 is not enough, 2 are enough. As a senior player of the Motou Village, Naruto naturally played Impure World Madara. To sum it up, just one sentence. Vomit up and diarrhea down and pull in the middle. Pit fireballs on the top, put Megatama below, and then walk to the middle to open a tree. Chapter 3. As for the second item in the gift bag, it was a substitute technique. This was incredible. Secret Scroll, Substitution Technique. Level 1. During the attack, after releasing the substitute technique, a wooden block will be left where it originally was, and then appear behind the enemy. After the substitute is used, it will be invincible for 0.3 seconds. Shard, 0/20. Cooling time, 12 hours. This is the substitution technique in the game, not the substitute in the ninja world. In other words, if Naruto is trapped in the illusion world, he can use the substitution technique to escape from the illusion world to the real world. For example, Tsukuyomi. But the cooling time is a bit too long, it takes 12 hours. Basically use it once a day. But if you want to reduce the cooling time, there is a way, upgrade. The current substitution technique is level 1. Once you have collected 20 substitution techniques, the fragments can be upgraded to level 2. At that time, the invincibility time will increase, and then the cooling time will be reduced. As for the third thing, the rewarded ninjutsu. The Great Fireball technique, basically has never hit anyone, but its power should not be underestimated. It is basically a skill that every Uchiha will master. Although ninjutsu and secret scrolls are both skills. But the difference is that secret scrolls have a cooling time, but ninjutsu does not. Ninjutsu relies entirely on the chakra in the body. And now in Naruto's body, no hair at all. Although he is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, the chakra of the Nine Tails has nothing to do with him. Judging from Kyuubi's attitude towards humans, it is estimated that once he enters the sealed space now, Kyuubi will be blown away in one breath. But if you think about it from someone else's perspective, if anyone is treated like Kyuubi, they probably won't have a good temper. He was in the ninja world, sleeping well, and then suddenly a giant came, carrying him like a chicken, holding him up in front of him and saying, "Your power is too dangerous and must be sealed." Kyuubi. Q is private during a class? What are you saying? What are you barking at? Before Kyuubi could question it, he was sealed away. And the Jinchuriki of 2 consecutive generations have maintained the same attitude. Don't think about coming out to cause trouble, just stay inside my body. This is really an injustice. Kyuubi himself has been sleeping well. The 2 times he came out to do evil were controlled by Sharingan. It can be said that Jouei is more unjust than Doi. Thinking about it, Naruto felt a little sympathy for Kyuubi. As for the last one, 1,000 gold coins. This is incredible. Gold coins are the universal currency of the system. There is only one function, lottery recruitment. In the system mall, each recruitment coupon costs 100 gold coins. There are other things too. For example, stand-in wooden blocks, shurikens, kunao, and detonating charms can all be exchanged for 1 gold coin. There are only these 5 things in the mall of the entire system. There are 2 ways to obtain ninja templates. One is to use lottery tickets to recruit in the lottery. The second one is that ninja templates will be put on the shelves from time to time in the system's mall, including SSS level 1s and C level 1s. Of course you have to have gold coins. Otherwise, even if it's on the shelves, you still can't afford it if you don't have enough gold coins. The function of the system is probably this. The host already has the template, Uchiha Madara reincarnated in the dirty soil, would you like to load it? Loading. Naruto suppressed his excitement. This thing is equivalent to his golden finger. He can't do it without being excited. Template loading. Loading successfully. A new panel appeared in front of Naruto. Host, Uzumaki Naruto. Template talent, Susano. Fighting instinct. Do you want to dance too? Rank, Genin. Gold, 1000. Secret scroll, substitution technique. Ninjutsu, great fireball technique. Template, Uchiha Madara, reincarnation. Items, none. Taking a deep breath, Naruto closed his eyes and sensed a different self. After the template was loaded, he actually changed his appearance. The wound on his forehead began to heal after a period of itching, and his originally thin body gradually became fuller. There was also an inexplicable energy in his body, which should be the chakra of the Hokage system. Due to the loading of the template, the chakra carried. Faintly, Naruto also sensed several feelings of being peeped. 1 came from the sky, and 2 came from the tree in front of the window. This is the perception provided by the battle instinct. Naruto also had a guess in his mind. The peeping in the air was probably the 3rd generation Hokage using a crystal ball. As for the tree by the window, it should be 2 Anbu who were watching him. This is the battle instinct, and the passive it carries is really perverted. It can be said that this talent indirectly increases his own sensing ability. And now, looking at the 1000 gold coins. Naruto's desire to draw a lottery can no longer be suppressed. The novice gift pack is so rich, so I guess there should be something good in the first 10 consecutive draws. Naruto rubbed his hands, making a fly rubbing its feet. Then he opened the system mall and exchanged 10 lottery tickets. After finishing, Naruto entered the system lottery interface. The lottery interface is an extremely huge pattern, on which there are various ninja weapons and cool skill icons. Is this what can be drawn? Naruto's eyes widened. The ninja template Otsutsuki Kagaya has been completed. Naruto also saw the big spiral wheel, even the reincarnation eye and the Sharingan eye, and blood successors can extract them. Naruto didn't understand, but he was shocked. So, Naruto used 10 lottery tickets and drew 10 times in a row. Chapter 4. Naruto gave it a general glance. Gift crab. His face instantly turned red, out of anger, and there was even smoke floating in his hair. Kyuubi almost got angry. Unacceptable. This 10 consecutive draws is simply too much. Among them, there are 4 items in the system wall. The most important thing is that I thank you for your patronage, twice. The remaining 4 items are 2 bowls of Ichiraku ramen, 5 fragments of Orochimaru, and fragments of the ninjutsu Flying Thunder God. You need to collect 50 fragments of the ninjutsu Flying Thunder God to learn it. It takes 100 pieces of Orochimaru's fragments to summon the cover template. What can I say about this thing? Blood loss. Naruto really wanted to pull the system out and give him a beating. Even the Rubik's Cube doesn't include a thank you for your patronage. This system is worse than Penguin. Taking a deep breath, Naruto relaxed his mood and expressed that he was not angry. Although the lottery was a scam, the items in the novice gift package at least made Naruto feel excited. With the addition of the S template, at least Naruto had the confidence to last until he graduated from ninja school. He is only 5 years old now and has just celebrated his 5th birthday. The graduation age is 12 years old, which means Naruto has at least 7 years. How can you raise your strength to the level of Jounin in 7 years? Not too demanding, just target Kakashi. But now there is a more important problem. I don't have chakra extraction technique. Forget it, your current strength should be about the same after 2 years of showing off. Just wait until the ninja school starts. Naruto quickly became serious again. He came to the mirror and took off the bandage on his forehead. Sure enough, the original finger-sized wound had been repaired. He stretched out his hand slightly, and a blue chakra flowed down. Then Naruto's arm began to wrap, gradually forming a 10-meter-sized skeletal arm, and there was even a ring of ribs on Naruto's body to wrap it up. Is this Susano? Naruto murmured, then smiled slightly, and the arm-shaped Susano instantly turned into a blue blade. Everyone's Susano is different, and Uchiha Madara's Susano is a double-sided 6-armed one, with 6 arms each possessing Susano blades. Anyway, in the game, Uchiha Madara has a big move, which is Susano chopping mountains. Very powerful. Gugu. He looked down at his deflated stomach. Forget it, no matter how powerful it is, the most important thing at the moment is to fill his stomach. He swallowed the 2 bowls of Ichiraku ramen he got from the 10-draw combo first, and he was already half full. Then Naruto looked at what was left to eat at home, except for instant noodles. Now Naruto can't even afford expired milk. Naruto couldn't help but look at the door of the room. I have no choice but to go out. Reluctantly finding a piece of relatively clean clothes, Naruto opened the door to the room. He was bathed in the sunshine for a long time. For some reason, when he walked out of the room, Naruto felt panicked in his heart. Is this fear from instinct? Jong-san couldn't help but think of the scene in his memory. Then a foul smell came, and he saw a lot of garbage piled up under the edge of the house, even rotten vegetables and eggs. This thing can never be cleaned up. People nearby have already regarded this place as a garbage station. Just walked out. There have been many eyes looking at it. From the initial indifference, it instantly turned into disgust. There are even many people who put their hands in the fruit basket, eager to throw. Naruto's cold eyes looked at it instantly. The villagers who were about to hit Naruto were stunned, and their hands froze in the air involuntarily. Bully the weak and fear the hard. Naruto snorted coldly and walked towards the streets of Konoha. How come this monster is different from before? Muttered the villager who was just about to hit Naruto. What's the difference? By the way, why didn't you hit the demon fox today? Didn't you hit him every time you saw him? The other villagers asked curiously. It's different. I feel like he is more like a monster today. Damn it, why doesn't the Hokage drive him out? It's a pity that the third Hokage, the wise one, is now starting to be indecisive. A villager said angrily. Someone responded immediately. There is no way, who can make the third generation of adults kind-hearted. Listening to the voices of the villagers talking in his ears, Naruto's eyes flashed with disdain. The third generation is kind-hearted? That's really kind-hearted. One thing Naruto still doesn't understand is, why does the third generation hide his fourth generation? The identity of the Hokage's son. Don't talk about protecting yourself. If he is protected by the villagers, he would rather be assassinated by other people in the village. It is even better to be assassinated. Naruto shook his head and stopped thinking about it. He lowered his head and looked at himself on the lake, looking as thin as a normal person. A 5-year-old child? It is estimated that even a 3-year-old child will be pushed to the ground. No wonder Naruto in the original book was so short until he graduated from school. Damn it! Thanks to the fact that I am a member of the Nine Tails Jinchuriki and the Uzumaki clan. Otherwise, I don't know where I would have died. Chapter 5. I randomly picked up a stone and threw it into the reflection in the water. Starting today, I have to say goodbye to my past self. Now he is the new Uzumaki Naruto. Boom! With waves of ripples rippling in the water, Naruto turned around and left without any hesitation. In the perception, there are still 2 eyes staring at him. The nominal ANBU has been protecting him. Of course, the so-called protection means that as long as you are not beaten to death, you don't have to come out. Maybe this is also a kind of surveillance. Wanted to see if he could control Kyuubi under extreme anger. From this point of view, there seems to be no difference between the Third Hokage and Brother Sand. But Brother Hiza was even more ruthless and directly assassinated his own son. Naruto shook his head and stopped thinking about it. If you haven't even taken care of yourself, why should you care about others? The first priority is to fill your stomach first. Don't find a restaurant that doesn't hate yourself, doesn't exclude yourself. It seems that there is only Ichiraku Ramen. But I don't know where Ichiraku Ramen is now. He could only wander around the streets of Konoha aimlessly. Fortunately, I had eaten 2 bowls of ramen before coming here. Otherwise, he might have fallen on the roadside by now. He clenched the banknotes in his hand tightly. There are about 1,000 taels. 1,000 taels is probably enough for a normal person to eat and drink for a week. For Naruto, it would be about the same to survive a week on a frugal basis. In contrast to this is the system's way to obtain gold coins. 1,000 taels is equal to 1 gold coin. Equivalent to an asma, you can get 30,000 gold coins. This is the easiest way to get it. Another way is the systematic task gathering center. 3 tasks will be randomly released every day that can be optionally completed, as well as 2 tasks that need to be triggered before they appear. Otherwise, there is no other way to obtain gold coins. Only Krypton and liver. And the tasks refreshed in the task gathering place today. Release the Third Hokage from monitoring him. Mission reward 500 gold coins. Kill the 2 Anbu who were monitoring him. Mission reward 1,000 gold coins. Eat a big meal to satisfy your appetite. The mission rewards 20 gold coins. According to the current situation, it seems that only the last task can be completed. The first 2 are whether they are lifting surveillance or killing ANBU. None of it can be done by oneself. Don't look at the Uchiha class's template. But no matter how strong you are, you can defeat a whole village. Or Konoha, who is known as the best ninja in the ninja world. If you are in a hurry, the 3rd generation old man will directly give you a limit for 1 exchange. Not to mention that with Naruto's current strength, he still cannot display the true strength of Uchiha Madara. In the final analysis, there is still not enough energy. What Naruto can really use is the talent he carries. Talent is your own. The use of skills also depends on your own chakra. Naruto's eyes lit up as he thought about it. At the forefront of your eyes, a noodle shop has 4 big characters floating on it. Ichiraku Ramen. This is clearly his destination. Finally I can have a full meal. Naruto stepped into it without hesitation. Sure enough, it's the familiar face I saw in the anime. Squint your eyes and enjoy yourself. In addition, there was a little kid following behind Ichiraku. Surprisingly, she is Yul's daughter. Calamus. Welcome, what do you need? Obviously, Ichiraku was stunned when he saw the thin Naruto. He immediately showed a kind smile. There was very obvious compassion in his eyes. It's this demon fox. How did he get here? Hey, Ichiraku, don't look at him as a child, he is the nine-tailed fox that almost destroyed the village. Get him out quickly, it's really bad luck. I heard the discussion of other customers in the ramen shop. Ichiraku was obviously taken aback. Then he retorted. How is it possible? How could such a young child be a demon fox? Uncle Ichiraku had a look of disbelief. Then he quickly called Naruto over. But as Naruto sat down, everyone else in the noodle shop walked away with disgusted faces. But Uncle Ichiraku didn't care. Although he is a businessman, sometimes there are things more precious than money, such as conscience. He can't insult a child and then frame the cholera a few years ago on a child. Vent out all the dissatisfaction. In fact, people have forgotten that the demon fox is just a place to vent their emotions. Uncle, give me 2 bowls of tonkatsu ramen. With a happy smile, Ichiraku was stunned and finished the 2 bowls until the task at the mission center was completed. The expression on Naruto's face also became happy. Seeing how pitiful Naruto was, Naruto sighed in his heart, wondering how the original Naruto could live in the middle of kindness and hatred. Isn't life twisted? Of course, Naruto has only one idea now, repay kindness and repay resentment. Why are there so many things? He really thinks that he is easy to bully. Yet, after eating and drinking, Naruto walked around Konoha again. As expected, 95% of the residents of Konoha were full of hatred and disgust, including only a few Chunin and Genin. Ren didn't have any mood swings towards himself. Chapter 6. So, is it really necessary for this village to continue to exist? Looking at the garbage and some rotten vegetables in front of the room. It was not there when he left in the morning. It was obvious that the nearby villagers had just fallen after he left. Naruto really wanted to go directly at this time. It was a pity that he couldn't bear the cost of killing these villagers. Although Naruto hated Konoha at the moment, if he really left, he would be the only one. Where should people go in the ninja world? Go to the Akatsuki organization? Thank God for this gift. Needless to say, once Naruto is really worried, Naruto's identity is exposed. Then Naruto will really become a favorite in the ninja world. Who doesn't want a stray nuclear bomb? Naruto himself doesn't have to worry about it. Even if the pile reaches a certain height, it will naturally disappear when he wakes up the next day. It just becomes a reaccumulation. After returning to his room, Naruto stretched out his hand and the Susano power spread to help. He got the teacup several meters away from him. Although he couldn't use Susano's power in public, he could still use it in private, which was equivalent to practicing control. When it comes to physical skills, I can't help but think of someone. Konoha's proud blue beast, Little Acorn, the man who almost kicked him out of the finale. However, he can't even touch him in this situation. It's really miserable. I haven't used any of the connections left by the fourth Hokage. Kakashi is probably still killing like crazy in Anbu. As for Jiraiya, who is he still looking for? There is a feeling of being powerful but nowhere to release it. Naruto muttered to himself. How about talking to the Nine Tails now? Naruto's eyes lit up. This is indeed a good way to kill time. Thinking about it, Naruto began to close his eyes, and his thoughts fell into deep thought. But how to enter the spiritual space? Thinking about it, Naruto actually fell asleep. Until the next day, Naruto was woken up by the cold air. He lowered his head and looked at the seal on his stomach. He scratched his head very embarrassedly. Through the window, Naruto looked outside. The white snow fell with the wind, and everything outside the window seemed to be wearing white clothes. It looks very beautiful, of course, if it wasn't so cold. Looking at the thin quilt on the bed, there were still potholes and repairs on it. Naruto silently opened the system's task gathering place. There are still 3 tasks. Build a snowman and then smash it in front of other children of the same age to intimidate them. Mission completed, reward 50 gold coins. Save the bullied Hinata and escort him home. Mission completed, reward 100 gold coins. Get rid of the Anbu who is watching you. The reward for completing the task is 200 gold coins. Today's tasks are okay, and I feel that all 3 are expected to be completed. This time it's not a kill, it's a escape. However, to get rid of ANBU surveillance, you have to face 3 generations of surveillance. In short, you still have to be monitored, but you can get 200 gold coins. Naruto made an expression like a fly rubbing his hands. Then he picked out a set of yellow clothes. The wardrobe is almost full of this kind of clothes. It's not that I don't want to buy anything else, it's that I simply can't. This piece of clothing was still priced at a price that could not be sold, so it was packaged and sold to Naruto. However, this mission doesn't indicate where the location is. Where can I find it? After wandering for a while, Naruto still couldn't find it. Then they came to a training ground in Konoha where people of the same age often gather to play. When we came here, there were already many children making snowmen here. Seeing Naruto's arrival, everyone stuck out their tongues at him, and some even threw snowballs at Naruto. The Naruto now is not the Naruto before. Facing the snowball flying towards him, Naruto grabbed it with one hand and then smashed it back hard. He smashed the child directly to the ground. You monster! A child stammered. But Naruto only replied with a look of disdain. But he laughed weirdly in his heart. Seeing these people who bullied him in the past become frightened, Naruto's heart I felt an inexplicable feeling of relief, and then I came to a blank place, then stretched out my little hand to hold the snow, and finally took out 2 dead branches and looked at the other few. A child of the same age had been paying attention to him. Naruto's eyes flashed with disdain, and then he directly put his hand on the snowman's head, and then kicked it completely. The eyes stared so hard that several children were instantly frightened and cried. A bunch of trash! Naruto murmured in a low voice. Not far behind him, 2 Anbu watched this scene expressionlessly. Why is this demon fox so violent today? One of the Anbu asked in confusion. It must have been suppressed for too long. You continue to monitor here while I go and report to the Third Hokage. After saying this, the ANBU immediately left in a flash. With their current status, they are not worthy of knowing Naruto's true identity. The 3rd generation's order is to monitor and protect this child and notify him immediately if there is anything unusual. Naruto now looks like it was indeed different than before. And with his keen perception, Naruto also noticed the eyes watching him and disappeared without having time to hear the news that the mission was completed. People quickly started running in the training ground, taking advantage of the trees and white snow in the training ground. Against the white background, Naruto really looked like a yellow lightning. Chapter 7. In the Hokage's office, Sandai was smoking his pipe while listening to the instructions for monitoring Naruto's Anbu. Is that so? How could such a thing happen? The Sandame said, waving his hand, signaling the Anbu to leave. He couldn't help but recall how Naruto had changed over the years. How come he is such a good and gentle child now? The 3rd generation never thought about it. If any child had experienced the changes that Naruto has undergone over the years, his psychology would have been twisted into a pervert. Sighing, the 3rd generation took out the crystal ball, which reflected the image of Naruto. At this moment, Naruto was running like crazy. As if he was venting something? The 3rd generation frowned as he watched all this. It's time to engage with this kid. And if the calculation is correct, it seems that it is time for this child to go to school. As he said that, the third generation put away the crystal ball. Looking at the Hokage rock opposite the office, he didn't know what he was thinking. In the end, he only left one sentence. I am also here for Konoha. The task is completed and you get 200 gold coins plus the task of bullying the child just now and the task of yesterday. His gold coins have changed from 0 to 270. I just don't know where my dear little Hinata is. Hey, little Hinata, here I come. Naruto seemed like a pervert at the moment. But Konoha is just too big. He even walked to the entrance of the Hyuga clan and didn't find Hinata. My stomach has started to growl. To avoid being starved, Naruto decided to settle lunch first. On the way to Ichiraku Ramen, Naruto keenly heard the girls' cry coming from the front. And white-eyed monsters and stuff. Naruto was stunned for a moment, then walked forward without saying a word. Sure enough, it's in front. A little girl was being pushed to the ground by several fat boys. He kept cursing in his mouth. You white-eyed monster, you are not allowed to come with us. Looks really scary. He actually rolled his eyes. And the girl sitting on the ground, crying and rubbing her eyes, was Hinata. Hey, you two fat guys actually dare to bully a girl. Naruto walked out domineeringly. He was still holding a snowball in his hand. It's actually you, a demon fox. Damn you fox demon, it's you who caused my brother to still be lame, I'm going to beat you to death. A fat man came over aggressively. He stretched out his hands, ready to push Naruto to the ground. Naruto didn't care that he was a child. He directly covered his eyes with the snowball in his hand. Then he kicked him directly in the fat belly. He is no longer the same as before. Maybe the previous Naruto would be able to fly to the ground with this kick. But after the template's strengthening, his physical fitness is stronger than most adult men. So after this kick, the fat man was kicked to the ground and howled in pain. This scene also made the other two children dare not move. Why don't you get out of here quickly? Naruto's eyes widened. He looked fierce. Both children were frightened and cried, and then dragged the little fat one away. At this time, Naruto walked in front of Hinata. He looked red. Hinata was looking at him curiously, and the corners of her mouth could not help but turn up slightly. Sure enough, the hero saves the beauty. Is this move universal in all worlds? Very beautiful eyes, just like the snow. Naruto stuttered. He didn't know how to comfort a child. And he was now an adult soul. It was unnecessary for him to attack a child who was not even 6 years old. Let's go, I'll take you home. Naruto raised his head proudly. He just looked at the task on the system and came here on impulse without considering how to face Hinata. But it's not a big problem. Send her home and call her dad. The two didn't say anything along the way. Hinata was just shy, while Naruto didn't know how to face her. After all, there was a big generation gap. And the gatekeeper of the Hyuga clan saw Hinata being sent back. He ran over happily. He completely ignored Naruto. He even became wary of Naruto. After all, Naruto's reputation in Konoha was not very good. Naruto sneered and didn't bother to care. He was still hungry. Seeing Hinata being sent home, Naruto was relieved. After all, Hinata was still his future wife. He had to care about her. After finishing, Naruto was ready to eat. However, as he walked, a white rabbit appeared in front of him. Naruto fell into deep thought. Eating noodles every day is not good for your health. You should eat some meat. After saying this, he stared at the rabbit hiding behind the tree with a sharp look. He stepped on it. The rabbit was frightened and turned around to run. However, a giant blue hand grabbed it tightly. The rabbit was pressed down and could not move in an instant. I am not wrong to follow you, you have seen blood so soon. Naruto said to Susanoo's arm with satisfaction. Then he picked up some more firewood and blew a mouthful of fire directly on it. I guess Uchiha Madara never thought that the first use of his great fire extinguishing was actually grilling fish. Wow, what delicious meat! Little friend, can I have a bite of this fish? Just as Naruto was looking forward to the grilled fish, an old voice suddenly came from behind him. Naruto turned around in confusion. Then he exclaimed directly. Oh my god! Why is the old man from the third generation coming here at this time? Chapter 8. Naruto glanced at the familiar yet unfamiliar face in slight shock. Although he didn't wear the familiar Hokage hat. But the face is indeed that of the third Hokage. In Naruto's memory, the third generation did appear several times. They all follow the pensioners who are paid every month. I will also express some concern from time to time. But Naruto's life remained unchanged. But this is the first time for such a close encounter. What's wrong, little Naruto? Did you forget about me? The third generation said with a smile. No, I'm just confused as to why you are here, Grandpa. Naruto asked curiously. Nothing, just out for a walk and a look. Speaking of little Naruto, what about you, why are you here instead of playing with other children? Sandai asked curiously. They don't want to play with me, and I'm too lazy to play with them. Aren't you afraid of me? Naruto looked at the third generation with interest. No wonder so many people like to act, it feels quite fun. But the only thing is that it is a bit unbearable, that is, you have to pinch your throat and learn to speak like a child. Why are you afraid? Because I am a demon fox. Naruto's tone became a little flat at this moment, and even the third generation could vaguely hear a hint of resentment from Naruto's tone. The scene instantly fell into silence. Until the third generation, he put it on Naruto's head. Like petting a kitten, he kept stroking it. You are you, Uzumaki Naruto, not some demon fox. Demon foxes destroy Konoha, while Uzumaki Naruto protects Konoha. The third generation said righteously. Naruto was numb. No, I haven't said anything yet, why do you want to protect Konoha? I'll protect your grandma's legs. Naruto just smiled and said nothing. You can experience the clothes revealed in it yourself. Seeing Naruto without any reaction, the third generation frowned. It happened that the rabbit was also roasted at this time. Naruto didn't care about the heat and ate it directly. Hee. At this time, the third generation also acted like an old naughty boy and directly grabbed the rabbit's hind legs. What, do you want to eat too? Naruto asked cautiously. Yes, Grandpa has been hungry for a long time. Let me have a bite, and then I will take you to eat something delicious. The third generation said with a smile. Eat delicious food, Zunja Hadu. Naruto's eyes widened. Of course it's true. The third generation said matter-of-factly. Only then did Naruto show a rabbit leg to the third generation. The two chatted for a while, and then the third generation left. He only said one thing, come to him tomorrow. Naruto was left alone in the snow. On the ground. What a good trick! Naruto murmured in a low voice. He had expected the appearance of the third generation, but he did not expect it to appear so soon. After all, he had been under close surveillance, and the changes in the past 2 days would definitely attract the attention of the third generation. But what Naruto did not expect was that the third generation would come to contact him in person. And he did not forget to convey to him the idea of protecting Konoha. Now let's see what the old man of the third generation is going to do tomorrow. With the delicious roasted rabbit leg, Naruto fell into a sleep. The next day. Before Naruto woke up, there was a knock on the door. Naruto, who was sleepy, came to the door in a daze. Looking at the brand new door of his house, Naruto couldn't help but be surprised. Why is there no garbage today? Until Naruto saw the third generation standing by the door with a smile. I said, it turned out that the leader came to inspect. Grandpa, how did you get here? Naruto widened his eyes and said cutely. Come and thank you for treating me to chicken legs yesterday. Okay, let's pack up and go take you to have a nice meal today. The third generation laughed. Then, amidst the discussion of others, he left with Naruto. Naruto looked at all this indifferently. The jealousy and hatred of the villagers, compared with the gentleness and kindness of the third generation, formed a very distinct image. Comparison. It can be said that the third generation is like the light in Naruto's life. Old guy, you are very good at playing the art of control. Based on the memories of the past, Naruto guessed that the third generation. His plan was almost guessed. It was very simple, just to use the nine-tailed Jinchuriki as a powerful weapon to follow his orders. Sure enough, how could a third generation be as kind as he appeared in the original work? After all, the third generation and Danzo are the same. They both want to keep Kyuubi in their own hands. If Orochimaru didn't suddenly come out to take action in the original work, it would be possible for the third generation to succeed. As far as Naruto is concerned, Konoha as a whole is bad for him, and the third generation who has always taken care of him, given him money, and taken him to eat delicious food is like a grandfather who has given him the protection of family. Under this relationship, it seems that a bond is formed. As the relationship between the two becomes deeper and deeper, I am afraid that one day, Naruto will only remember the good things of the third Hokage when he becomes an adult. He is the most powerful ninja under the third generation. By then, his status will be even more unshakable. No, it shouldn't be his status, but the status of the Sarutobi clan. After all, Asuma's students will be divided into classes in the future. It's the famous Inaga show. As Asuma's daughter-in-law, Yui Kurane is also from several major families in Konoha. When the two of them are combined, all the major families in Konoha will be covered. Asuma is not dead, the new Hokage votes, and the leaders of the major families vote. Asuma's chance of becoming Hokage is as high as 100%. In addition, Naruto has such a powerful fighting power to protect Konoha. Became the guard of the Sarutobi clan. Chapter 9. Here it is. Barbecue Q. Naruto widened his eyes and looked curiously at the gorgeously decorated barbecue restaurant in front of him. Yes, this is a surprise for you. Thank you for the rabbit legs yesterday. I have to say, they are the best rabbit meat I have ever eaten. The third generation sighed with a smile, and then directly pulled Naruto in. Naruto looked around and saw that half of the customers here were fat. Most of them didn't even notice Naruto's arrival. What a feeling! At best, it's just ignored. There is no hatred or disgust. Hokage-sama, what do you need? A service staff came up after that. Please give me a portion of all the signature meats. The third generation nodded and said. He seized the good opportunity this time. Naruto has not eaten meat for so many years, and he only ate it once yesterday. He must be very rewarded for the feeling of meat. Today I let Naruto eat one enough, it will definitely leave a very deep impression in Naruto's heart, and what he has to do in the future is to continue to deepen this impression. Are you Hokage? What is Naruto? Naruto asked, pretending to be curious. Hokage is the person loved by the villagers, the most powerful, and only the person recognized by everyone can become Hokage. He will protect Konoha and make Konoha strong forever. Sandai said with a smile, and then changed his words. So Naruto, do you want to be Hokage? Naruto, will Naruto make everyone stop hating me? Naruto asked curiously. Of course, but all this depends on your own efforts, Naruto. The third generation continued to fool around. So that's it. Naruto lowered his head and didn't answer, yes or no. This made the Sandai very anxious. But he couldn't ask clearly, and today's goal had been achieved. It was fine as long as the Nine Tails Jinchuriki didn't feel disgusted with Konoha. While eating barbecue, Naruto also took a look at the characters refreshed today. Use Susano to shave the third Hokage's beard. The reward for completing the task is 1000 gold coins. I said in front of the third Hokage that I want to destroy Konoha. Mission completed 5000 gold coins. In front of the third Hokage, he expressed his intention to join the route. Mission completion reward, 3000 gold coins. Looking at the 3 newly refreshed missions, Naruto's face ached. He just wants gold coins, not death. None of this task can be done. If you do it, it's equal to GG. Although the rewards are rich, it's a pity that I can't do it. By the way, Naruto, you can go to ninja school next year, and you can make many, many friends by then. Are you looking forward to it? Sandai suddenly said coldly. Ninja school? Naruto's eyes flashed with desire, and then nodded. This scene happened to be seen by Sandai, and he smiled with satisfaction in his heart. Sure enough, he is a child, obviously eager to make friends. Eager to integrate into the big family of Konoha, but said nothing. However, the third generation did not expect that Naruto's desire was to obtain the chakra extraction technique. Besides, Naruto was also curious about the 12 Xiaoqiang in the original book. Unfortunately, there is no chance to verify it now. His own strength. After all, he had just obtained a new template. After all, he hadn't used it at full strength yet, and Naruto didn't have a clue in his mind. Want to go? If you want to go, I will take you to register when the ninja school starts next year. I hope you can make many, many friends in the school. After all, how can a tree have only one leaf? Only when one leaf after another is connected can the tree flourish. The third generation sighed. Naruto didn't say anything, because the barbecue was cooked. If he doesn't eat more, he won't have much chance to eat it in the future. And during the meal, the third generation did not forget to instill in Naruto the knowledge of Konoha concept. It also includes the most classic one. Where the leaves are flying, the fire is endless. If Naruto hadn't felt that there were more than a dozen people watching him, he would have almost believed it. I'm full. Naruto patted his bulging belly and made a sound like Lao Ba. Just when he was digesting his food after dinner, he came to a training ground. Suddenly, he heard a sentence in his ear. Fire style, great fireball technique. Hey? This childish voice. This soul-like attraction. Is it you? Nizuzi. Naruto pushed aside the bushes and looked at the training ground in front. Sure enough, there was a little kid practicing ninjutsu. The fireballs spit out from his mouth were almost as big as him. He is indeed gifted. Naruto murmured, and then his eyes flashed with envy. This is the foundation of a big family. I can't keep up, so I can only cheat. Who is it? The second pillar seemed to have noticed Naruto's prying eyes, and immediately turned his head to look in Naruto's direction. Naruto stood out openly. Who are you? Sasuke asked curiously. Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto didn't cover himself, there was absolutely no need. Why are you peeking at my training? Zuzu said angrily. Not to mention, Zuzu was quite cute when he was a child. He didn't need to be beaten at all when he grew up. I just heard the sound and came to see you. Naruto looked Sasuke up and down. Activate the mission and escape from Indra's chakra. Get rid of the Indra chakra wrapped around yourself. Mission requirements: fight with Ashura's chakra. During the battle, the Ashura chakra on the opponent enters your body to eliminate it. Defeat him and put your hands on his eyes to absorb Ashura's chakra. Mission completed, 10 raffle tickets. Chapter 10. This mission. A mission that I activated myself. Naruto's eyes gleamed, it really suited my taste. No wonder I felt a spiritual attraction when I didn't see Sasuke just now. It turned out that it was the chakras of Ashura and Indra that were at work. I originally thought that since I had traveled through time and replaced Naruto's soul, Indra's chakra would dissipate. But I didn't expect it to be hidden in my body. I'm afraid that the inexplicable kindness that sometimes flashes through my heart is Indra's doing. Thinking of this, Naruto felt uncomfortable. Who can tolerate that his soul has another consciousness? This mission must be completed, even if there is no reward, not to mention that the reward is so generous. Giving away 10 lottery tickets means another 10 consecutive draws. How about it? Do you admire the strength of our Uchiha clan? You probably don't know what ninjutsu is yet. Let me tell you that ninjutsu is. Before Sasuke could finish his words, Naruto raised his hand to interrupt him. I know, but this is the first time I have seen such a weak number of people. As he spoke, the corners of Naruto's mouth raised slightly. Fighting with Sasuke is easy. Just defy him directly and ignore provoking him. In addition, he is still a child at heart. What are you talking about? Sasuke turned red with anger and ran towards Naruto aggressively. Naruto dodged directly, then stretched out his foot and directly tripped Sasuke's foot. Sasuke staggered, and his handsome face was directly printed on snow. If you don't accept it, come and have a fight. Naruto said with a smile. Perhaps it was because the third generation was going to have close contact with him today, so the ANBU did not monitor him today. It was just enough for him to release all his strength. Come on! Sasuke got up from the ground angrily, then grabbed a snowball and threw it at Naruto. Naruto tilted his head slightly, and the snowball brushed past the tip of Naruto's ear and landed on the tree behind him. Although Sasuke was very young at the moment, he had chakra in his body, which made him different. The snowball hit the tree, causing the branches to shake back and forth. Let you see what a real fireball is. Ninjutsu, Great Fireball Technique. Boom! A 3-meter-high flame spewed out of Naruto's mouth, covering Sasuke like a sea of fire. Sasuke's pupils contracted, and he was almost speechless from fear. Finally, the scorching temperature woke him up. He made a tiger seal in a panic and also spit out a fireball. However, the size of this fireball was only half a meter. The battle ended without suspense. Sasuke lay in the snow in the dark, his blank eyes looking up, wondering what he was thinking. And Naruto just slowly stretched out his hand and covered Sasuke's eyes. Waves of stabbing pain came. What are you doing? The severe pain made Sasuke quickly resist, but Naruto's palms pressed him tightly like an iron mountain. Sasuke almost fainted from the pain. Naruto looked at the eyes exposed between his fingers in surprise. A Megatama was among them. Did the appearance of Ashura's chakra cause the awakening of the Sharingan? But the Megatama soon disappeared, and the chakra in his body was not enough. The Megatama was turned on. But Ashura's chakra came out. It felt like a cold chakra entered his body. At the same time, a warm chakra appeared in his soul. The two chakras were entangled. When Naruto saw this, he did not hesitate to use the chakra in his body to help Ashura's chakra. It was better to dissipate Ashura's arm. He tightly grasped the blue Indra's chakra. Ashura's chakra wrapped around Susan's arm, and the two of them worked together to crush Indra's chakra. Instantly, Naruto felt very clear inside and felt indescribably happy, and Ashura's chakra also exited Naruto's body and returned to Sasuke's body. Phew, although I have exposed my ninjutsu, I have eliminated Indra, so it is not a loss. Since there is only one Sasuke, Naruto does not have to worry about being exposed. Naruto, in a good mood, returned to his home. 10 lottery tickets shining with golden light were lying on the lottery function. Naruto rubbed his hands in anticipation. However, when he thought of what he got from the last 10 consecutive draws, Naruto's face darkened. No, dog system, why does the Magic Cube lottery have a guaranteed minimum for 10 consecutive draws, but your lottery does not have a guaranteed minimum option? Are you from the Motou Village? Naruto began to ask. This system has a lottery guarantee mechanism. Ah? You have? Then why don't you say it? Naruto was shocked, and then he looked confused. You didn't even ask. The system said confidently. Naruto was speechless for a moment. Let me see what your guarantee mechanism is. I am too lazy to pay attention to the system that has no wisdom. At this moment, Naruto is more curious about the mechanism of the system's lottery. You must know that the system's lottery is much more complicated than the lottery in the previous life game. The lottery in the game only has ninja fragments, but the system's lottery it's a mess. There's everything: secret scroll ninjutsu artifacts, ninja fragments, and even Ichiraku ramen. Chapter 11. The system's guaranteed mechanism is very simple. Choose an A-level ninja or an S-level ninja as the sure draw for 10 consecutive draws. After saying that, icons appeared one after another in Naruto's field of vision, all of which were ninjas who had reached A-level and S-level in the game. Choose an A-level or S-level one. Naruto was lost in thought. The meaning of the system is very simple. It's just like the 10 consecutive shots in the game. The 10th shot must be an A-level or S-level ninja of your choice. It's equivalent to a guarantee. All in all, it's really good. But the next step was to choose the A-level ninja template. Naruto chose the Sage Mode Uzumaki. The Sage Mode is a big bug. The nine-tailed chakra Naruto is not bad, but he already has a 9 tails in his body. When he becomes stronger in the future, he can directly obtain the Sage Mode after having a good chat with the 9 tails. There are a lot of S-level ninjas. Every Naruto wants it, and Naruto sets his sights on the 9 Lama Link Uzumaki Naruto. The S-level Naruto template can be said to be quite good. The Uchiha clan is not bad, not to mention there is an Otsutsuki. After thinking about it, Naruto still locked in the 4 Hokages of Konoha. Otsutsuki Kin's Hiki is good, but Naruto has not forgotten it. There is still one hidden in the ninja world. If Otsutsuki's ability is used and other Otsutsuki notice it, it will be more than worth the gain. As long as the Kyuubi cooperates well, this form of Naruto will be lost. You can get it by yourself. Only the Sage Mode, which needs to be understood by yourself, gives Naruto a headache, and most of the S-level ninjas are already from the Hokage and Uchiha clan. Susanoo's power and skills are sufficient so far. Obito's template is good, but whether he can obtain divine power is the most important. Moreover, Naruto feels weird about using Deko, the enemy who killed his father and mother. Weird. So he set his sights on the ninja god Senju Hashirama. Whether young or alive, Senju Hashirama has always mastered the secret technique called stomping. Stomping man. Every skill of Senju Hashirama is related to wood release, so Naruto guessed that if he gets Senju Hashirama's template talent, he will definitely bring wood release, so the S level is guaranteed to be Senju release. Between the hand pillars. Among the dirt pillars, there is a wooden figure, a big golden dragon, and a Tathagata palm. It can be said that it is quite good after choosing it. According to the rules of the previous life, before the 10th consecutive draw, a single draw should be enough to suppress the shock. So Naruto redeemed a lottery ticket first. He tried a single draw. Immortal Reincarnation Senju Hashirama Fragment X1. Naruto's face was delighted. Although there was only one fragment, it was at least S level, not a mess. Thank you for your patronage and Ichiraku ramen. So, 10 consecutive draws, let's go. Well, it's the familiar wooden block, detonating talisman, kunao, and shuriken. But it's not a big problem. Single draws before 10 consecutive draws really work miracles. Looking at the last lottery item, Naruto's eyes were shining with gold. Sage Mode Uzumaki Naruto X4. This time, the progress of Sage Mode has reached 1/10. It seems that I will be able to obtain this template before graduation. At this moment, Sasuke opened his eyes in confusion. When he realized where he was even more surprised. Brother, when will you come back? At this moment, he was on the back of the Itachi. You wake up, Sasuke. I just came back not long ago. I must be tired from training, and I actually fell asleep on the training ground. Itachi glanced at Sasuke dotingly. Sasuke opened his mouth to say something, but in the end he didn't tell the truth. It was so embarrassing. If he said that he was knocked unconscious by a little kid he didn't know, it would be a shame. The Uchiha clan was completely embarrassed, but soon Sasuke's face showed a fighting spirit. Brother, please don't leave after you come back this time. Itachi paused, looked at the expectant expression in his brother's eyes, and nodded slowly. Great. This way, brother, you can teach me to become stronger. Nissan, I want to be stronger. Sasuke, why do you suddenly want to become stronger? Don't ask me about this. I will definitely defeat that guy anyway. Sasuke said with a proud and confident look. Itachi narrowed his eyes. Who was that guy? The one who knocked Sasuke unconscious? Itachi was not stupid. Sasuke still had traces of fighting on his body. His face was burned black, and his blackened clothes were torn in pieces. Obviously, these were traces of being burned by fire. But Sasuke didn't want to say it, and he wouldn't force it. The person who fought with Sasuke probably didn't have any bad intentions. Sasuke looked very embarrassed, but in fact he only had some superficial injuries, and basically he would be fine after a few days of rest. What made Itachi curious was, who actually played with Sasuke? Konoha hated the Uchiha clan. Who would get in touch with him? And judging from Sasuke's appearance, he should be a person of the same age. His strength was stronger than Sasuke who mastered ninjutsu. Which big family is he from? Itachi fell into deep thought. Chapter 12. Time passed by unknowingly. In the blink of an eye, half a year had passed. Naruto opened his eyes and habitually glanced at his panel. Host, Uzumaki Naruto. Template talent, Susano. Fighting instinct. Do you want to dance too? Will. Rank, Genin. Gold coins, 3000. Secret scroll, substitute technique, sky-cutting wave, thunder, and electric shock. Ninjutsu, great fireball technique earth flow wall, doghead limited edition. Template, Uchiha Madara, immortal reincarnation, see Uzumaki Naruto. Items, detonating talisman X685 substitute wooden pillar X752 shuriken X1587 kunao X1615. During this period of half a year, Naruto obtained a new template, the young 7th generation, Uzumaki Naruto. After all, he has mastered the Raise Nan and Shadow Clone, plus a Lion combo. The gold coins have also been saved to 3000. As for the new talent, Perseverance comes with C-level Naruto. Perseverance, once you decide on something, you will never give up until you succeed. To put it nicely, it is perseverance, to put it bluntly, it is stubbornness. But this talent is pretty good. At least Naruto has. I could vaguely touch the spiritual space that sealed the 9 tails. It has been a month since I obtained this talent. Naruto has been figuring out how to enter the spiritual space. Now I finally feel it. As for some other ninja pieces, there are already 16 pieces of A-level Xian Ming. There are 20 pieces of S-level Dirty Vegetable. And a few other scattered ninja fragments. All in all, the gap of half a year is not particularly big. I have accumulated 3000 gold coins. In the past 6 months, I have accumulated almost 7 to 8000 gold coins. Some of them were spent on lottery draws, but in the end only this much was left. During this period, a ninja was also listed in the system's mall. Kamui Kakashi. Selling price 28,000. Comparable to an Asuma. It was precisely because he saw ninjas on the shelves and knew their prices that Naruto started thinking about hoarding gold coins. According to the system, some coupon ninjas and limited edition ninjas will be available in the system's mall later. And purchasing is the fastest way to get templates. And today is also a different day. The third generation came to him a few days ago and said that today is the day when the ninja school starts. Holding the admission notice from the ninja school in his hand, Naruto walked out of the house happily. While walking, I took a look at the tasks refreshed today. Successfully signed up for ninja school. Complete the task and get 20 gold coins. Skipping class on the first day of school. Mission completed, reward 50 gold coins. Fight with Metkai. Mission completed, 100 gold coins reward. All 3 missions seem easy to complete. The only difficult point is where to find Might Guy. This mission has been refreshed more than once. This mission was refreshed one day before, but Naruto searched for Might Guy in Konoha for a long time and couldn't find him. Finally, Naruto gave up. These things can only be determined by fate. Came to the gate of the ninja school. Many parents with their children have already gathered here. There are also many familiar faces among them. Ya and his sister with a little white dog. Shikamaru and his son with the same pineapple head. There are also nervous and shy Hinata and his father. And Itachi and Sasuke. They are all familiar faces. However, with the arrival of Naruto, the originally bustling school suddenly became silent. Why is this monster? Does he also want to go to ninja school? Didn't you see the admission letter in his hand? What did Sande think? No, I can't let my son be in the same school as this monster. It's just that, this demon fox is not worthy at all. Where is the teacher? Get him out quickly. Many parents pointed at Naruto. Naruto seemed not to have heard anything. He was already used to it. With a piece of grass in his mouth, he leisurely came to the registration office of Class 1. Who is he? Why does it seem like no one likes him? The young Shikamaru looked at Naruto's back curiously. He is a child who is treated as a demon fox by the people in the village. Luju's face was complicated. Demon fox? Are you talking about the demon fox that destroyed Konoha 6 years ago? How is it possible? It looks just as big as us. How could it be a demon fox? What are these adults thinking? Shikamaru didn't understand, but was shocked. Who knows what they think, but Shikamaru, do you hate him? Shikaku asked randomly. Why should I hate him? He has never done anything sorry for me. The young Shikamaru already had a broken heart and waved his hand indifferently. Very good. Luju nodded with satisfaction. But he looks a bit pitiful, and no one would want to be friends with him. Shikamaru continued. However, the only answer he got was Shikaku's encouraging smile. It's this guy. Holding Itachi's hand, Sasuke looked at Naruto's back angrily, but his eyes were very envious. This feeling of holding a piece of grass in one's mouth and ignoring everyone. It's really cool. Does Sasuke know him? Itachi's eyes instantly became dangerous. As the son of the clan leader, he can naturally access some information that ordinary ninjas cannot access. Especially under the perception of the Sharingan, it is obvious that Naruto's chakra is evil and fierce. At such a young age, with such a huge and strange chakra, his identity is naturally needless to say. It is precisely because of Naruto's identity that he is not suitable to be with the Uchiha clan. When did Sasuke and the Nine Tails Jinchuriki get together? What do the top leaders of Konoha think? Unconsciously, Itachi's thoughts drifted a little far away. I don't know him, I just don't like him. Tsundere Sasuke curled his lips and didn't tell the truth. Itachi frowned, he didn't do anything wrong. But he was alert in his heart. Naruto came to the registration office and looked at the registration teacher of Class 1. There was a scar on his nose, it was indeed Umino Irika. Sign up. Naruto directly put the admission in his hand on the table. Uzumaki Naruto. Irika looked at the golden-haired boy in front of him, with obvious hatred in his eyes. But then his expression became complicated again. You are just a child. Muttered, Irika directly motioned Naruto to walk into the school. Chapter 13. When Naruto came to the registration office, he looked at the registration teacher of Class 1. There is a scar on the nose, it is indeed Umino Irika. Sign up. Naruto directly put the admission in his hand on the table. Uzumaki Naruto. Irika looked at the golden-haired boy in front of him, with obvious hatred in his eyes. But then his expression became complicated again. You are just a child. Muttered, Irika directly signaled Naruto to enter the school. As soon as he entered the school, Naruto found many students rushing in one direction. As they walked, these students were talking. What did the third generation say? Encouragement from an adult, etc. Naruto understood as soon as he heard it. It was obvious that this was the third generation old man's speech about the will of fire, which gave him a headache. However, the other students didn't think so. He ran over and looked at the third generation with admiring eyes. He found that he couldn't squeeze in. Naruto might as well find a place to listen to the pyramid selling of the third generation. Roasted sweet potatoes. But that's it for ninja school. It didn't seem like a big deal. Naruto walked back to his classroom leisurely. Well, every seat was empty. There was a name on it. Naruto found his seat and put his hands down to sleep. Kyuubi, I'm here to harass you again. And in the square at this moment, the third generation was looking at the speaker's fire consciousness with a warm face, but his eyes kept turning below. Is there obvious doubt in your eyes? This is strange, where did Naruto go? You can't oversleep, right? Despite all the doubts in his heart, Sande chose to deal with the matter at hand first. Half an hour later, the third generation finally finished speaking. After stepping down from the stage, he quickly found an ANBU to ask. Uzumaki Naruto didn't come to report today. No, Uzumaki Naruto came early. What about the others? The third generation looked at the ANBU questioningly. The ANBU hesitated for a moment. I'm sleeping in class. The third generation was stunned. Did he prepare the speech for such a long time and give it away in vain? At this moment, the teachers of each class brought their students back to the classroom. But Irika looked left and right and found that the number was a little inconsistent. Uzumaki Naruto, where did this kid go? When I think of this kid Irika, I have a headache. Irika's parents died in the Nine Tails Rebellion 6 years ago. It can be said that he hates Naruto, who is called the Demon Fox. But before a few days ago, Sande came to enlighten him and let him understand that the Demon Fox was a demon fox and Naruto was just a 6-year-old child. He should not express his resentment towards the Demon Fox on a child. I also tried to understand Naruto. After all, living with the hatred and beatings of the villagers for so many years is not an easy thing. You can't just skip class just because you can't stand it. Irika murmured to himself, suspecting that Naruto found a place to hide because he couldn't stand the comments from his childhood friends. Thinking of this, Irika's face became panicked. He was going to arrange the students properly first and then leave. Looking for the third generation to react, the scene became quiet for a moment when he opened the door to the classroom and looked at a certain Huang Mao who was sleeping soundly on his seat. This guy, why didn't I think of that? Shikamaru slapped his head, looking very regretful. If he had known earlier, he would have come to sleep in the classroom too. Uzumaki Naruto. Irika roared directly like a Hedong lion. He quickly came to Naruto and swung his palm towards Naruto. The fighting instinct was activated instantly. Naruto reflexively held Irika's wrist and was about to lift it off. Naruto was immediately embarrassed when he saw that the person holding it was Irika. Why is it you, Irika-sensei? Naruto let go of Irika's hand apologetically. Just now in his dream, he was still fighting with the Nine Tails. Who would have thought that when he opened his eyes, the Nine Tails turned into Irika? You have the nerve to say, who asked you to sleep here? Irika said angrily. Then when no one was paying attention, he quietly pressed his wrist. This brat is really strong. Then I have nothing to do. Naruto said indifferently. You, the third generation are speaking there, why don't you listen? Iruka was furious. There are too many people, I can't squeeze in, and it's so noisy that I can't understand what they are saying. I might as well go back to sleep. Naruto yawned again. Iruka took a deep breath. I'm not angry, I'm not angry. It's just a problem child, it's not like I haven't encountered one before. Iruka turned to the others and said. First find your place and sit down. One after another, students found their seats. Their seats were pretty good. Next to them was Hinata, behind them were Shikamaru, Koji and Kaiba, and on the other side was by the window. The sun was shining on them through the window, and they were sleeping. It's just comfortable. It can be said that this is a VIP seat in the classroom. However, what Naruto didn't expect was that in a dark corner, two old men were arguing about their belongings. Chapter 14. The Kyuubi has changed too much, Hiruzen, you should give it to me. Danzo, who was holding a cane and with a bandage on his head, looked at the third Hokage who was smoking in front of him with a gloomy face. Here you are? I have told you many times that the root method is not suitable for educating the Kyuubi at all. Watch out! The nine-tailed fox appears again. The Sandae's voice was full of unquestionable. No, it's not like you don't know Naruto's life over the years. Even in such a difficult environment, he was able to keep the Kyuubi in his body from going berserk. You should have confidence in him. Danzo continued. This is no reason to hand him over to you. The third generation snorted coldly. But your education method has failed. The so-called bond is not reliable at all. He doesn't even want to see you now. Do you still want to be his support? Danzo's tone was disdainful. It's still early, let's wait until he graduates from ninja school. During this period, you are not allowed to touch him. The third generation sighed. What if I insist? Danzo snorted coldly. The clenched hands showed that he was not at peace in his heart. You must know that it was the Kyuubi. Originally, he didn't know much about the power of the Kyuubi. But since 6 years ago, he saw with his own eyes the power of the Nine Tails is released in Konoha. No one can stop the crazy Nine Tails. As long as you have the Nine Tails in your hands, you will not only become Hokage, but you will also be able to use the power of the Nine Tails to perform unified ninja boundary. Then Jiraiya, you have to face it yourself. If I hadn't hidden what you did 4 years ago, Jiraiya would have overturned your base long ago. The third generation sneered. Danzo was silent. 4 years ago, he preached in Konoha village that Naruto was the reincarnation of the demon fox, and kept letting Naruto bear the abuse and disgust of the villagers. Just to see what Naruto would do. He won't lose control. As he expected, Naruto is a natural Jinhyuriki. He can still control his emotions and strength under such circumstances. It can be said that once Naruto is completely controlled, he will have a powerful one in his hands. Both Danzo and Sandae think so. But one wants to directly use spells to control brainwashing, while the other wants to arrange a tragic life. To make yourself his hope is simply to manipulate Naruto like a puppet, nothing more than insidious and hypocritical. In short, there is still a lot of time. He is only 5 or 6 years old now. After graduating from the ninja school, his teammates and teachers can all be his bonds. What? Who do you want to give the Nine Tails to? Danzo's eyes narrowed instantly. This has nothing to do with you, Danzo, you have to know what you should know and what you shouldn't know. After the third generation finished speaking, he threw away his robe and left. Danzo was left behind in the dark room, clenching his fists. As long as I become Hokage, everything will be mine. Hiruzen, you still don't know me well enough. The more you don't let me know, the more I want to know. Danzo murmured to himself. Then, the figure was completely introduced into the darkness. My name is Umkawachi, and my dream is to become the person Shizuka likes. My name is Harano Sakura, and my dream is to be good friends with Ino forever. My name is Nara Shikamaru. Dream? It's to never have any trouble with me. Naruto lay on his back and watched the students stand up one after another. The cliched self-introductions. Most of them were just extras. After a while, it was Naruto's turn. Naruto stood up leisurely. Uzumaki Naruto, no dream. As soon as the words fell, the class fell into silence. No dreams? There are actually such people. If a person has no dreams, what is the difference between him and a corpse? Humph, this demon fox is worse than a corpse. Even Iruka frowned at Naruto. He sighed inwardly. He already regarded Naruto as a problem boy. Not only Iruka, but the third generation also frowned at this moment. After returning from the root base, he locked the crystal ball on Naruto. He felt very uncomfortable that Naruto didn't come today to listen to his speech. Just when he wanted to see what happened to Naruto, he heard Naruto say that he had no dreams. No dreams, Naruto, don't you want to be Hokage and protect everyone in Konoha? The third generation lowered his head and murmured to himself. It seems that it is time to find time to have a good chat with Naruto again. Such a Jinhyuriki like Naruto is not the Jinhyuriki he wants. A week passed before I knew it. Naruto stood on the Hokage rock and enjoyed the sunshine for a long time. Life at school was too depressing. Moreover, I couldn't understand the questions that were asked, and I couldn't understand them by looking at them. More difficult to understand than mathematics. So Naruto gave up. From time to time, I would skip class and take advantage of the penalty period to wander around the school. No matter what Iruka says, Naruto always goes in from the left ear and out from the right ear. Naruto? Why are you here? Shouldn't you be in school at this time? The Sandai came over and asked knowingly. Naruto sneered in his heart. You've been monitoring me 24 hours a day, don't you have any idea? Chapter 15. Since the beginning of school, Naruto has been under constant surveillance. The classes in school are so boring and not fun at all. Naruto replied directly without turning around. There were so many kids around Naruto's age in the school, didn't Naruto want to make friends with them? Sandai asked with a frown. No, they just left as soon as I passed by. Naruto's words are telling the truth. The students in the school are avoiding him like the god of plague. As soon as they see him, they scatter in all directions like frightened swallows. Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help but wrinkled after hearing this. He frowned. He couldn't help but curse Danzo secretly, completely forgetting that he was also the one who supported Danzo. But because of this, Naruto, you should work harder to integrate into their group, so that you won't be lonely, and you can also play with others. The third generation continued to persuade. But Naruto shook his head. There is no need, absolutely no need, it doesn't matter if you can't fit in. The third generation fell into silence, frowning and thinking about what to do. Naruto, I heard from the teacher before that when you introduced yourself, you said you had no dreams. After a moment of silence, the third generation began to change the subject. Yes, I don't know what my dream is either. Naruto said affirmatively. What do you want to do most? That's your dream. For example, look at this beautiful village. This beautiful scenery has always existed. Naruto has protected the village well. This is also a dream. Protect the village? Can I? But now I can't even eat enough, how can I protect myself? Naruto opened his blue eyes wide and looked at the third generation very innocently. The third generation's face froze. He almost forgot that in order to test the bottom line of Kyuubi, some monthly pensions were deducted. Ahem, don't worry, the pension the village will give you will increase every month from now on. Great! Naruto waved his hands excitedly. Otherwise, why would he pretend to be pitiful? It was just to improve his living conditions and make more money. He could save some money every month to exchange for gold coins to become stronger. It was just a pity for the fourth generation and his wife. The money earned from completing so many missions was embezzled by the third generation, and even the house in the center of Konoha was lost. God knows how shocking it was when Konohamaru cleaned up his house and found the scarf that Kushina knitted for Naruto in Boruto Next Generations. Ahem, little Naruto, when you grow up, don't forget the kindness of the village to you, the third generation continued to persuade. Naruto, who had candy to eat, would naturally not forget to comfort the third generation. Do not worry. I will definitely protect the village. Naruto patted his chest. Then he said silently in his heart. As long as the money is available, it will be fine. Then under the third generation's persuasion, Naruto returned to the ninja school. I thought that today would be the end of the day. Because the third generation met with Naruto today, and perhaps he heard what Naruto said about protecting Konoha. Third generation didn't keep an eye on Naruto anymore, and he rarely relaxed and wandered around the streets of Konoha. He took out a mask and put it on his face. After tasting various snacks, Naruto wiped his oil-stained hands and walked towards his home. Go back. But when passing through a training forest, Naruto was obviously stunned for a moment, and then touched his chin thoughtfully. At this time, there is still such strong malice. Who has nothing better to do than to spy on me? Pretending not to notice the surveillance behind him, Naruto continued to move forward and walked towards his home. As everyone knows, Naruto's home is on the edge of Konoha, and it is very remote all the way there. This place is very suitable for kidnapping. For example, whoosh! A dark figure suddenly appeared behind Naruto, and then slashed Naruto's neck fiercely with a hand knife. Naruto had long realized that someone was watching him, especially the malice emanating from his body, which could be felt from a distance. At the moment the other party attacked, Naruto rolled on the ground without hesitation to avoid it, then turned around and looked at the person who attacked him. Wearing a mask and wearing black clothes, both of them carried a sword on their backs. Anbu. Naruto's eyes narrowed instantly. How could the Anbu suddenly attack him? It shouldn't be. No, I almost forgot that Konoha has another department that is very similar to the Anbu. The root of the Pot King Danzo. It makes sense to think this way. After all, Naruto knows very well how greedy the root is for him. The old dog Danzo has always wanted to control the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. The two ninjas of the root were also surprised that Naruto could dodge their attacks. After looking at each other, they drew their swords directly. However, they also knew that the requirement of the mission was to capture him alive. So they pointed the back of the sword at Naruto. How about we make a deal? I will pretend I didn't see you, and you can go back and say the mission failed. After Naruto tried to say something, two white lights came towards him. Chapter 16. Obviously, what the two root ninjas did was to fight quickly. Seeing this, Naruto was no longer polite. Facing the blade attacking him, Naruto stretched out his palm directly, and the blue Susanoo began to spread along his arm. Finally there was a bang. The blade fell on the blue Susan's arm and was shaken into pieces, floating in all directions. The two root ninjas were stunned. Naruto was a little shocked. No wonder Susanoo was called the third power of the Manjiki Sharingan. They are capable of carrying and fighting, they are a group of coquettish people. You are really a monster. One of them stammered. No matter what you are, just follow us back obediently. In comparison, the other root was much calmer. He quickly formed a seal in his hand, and then the cocky soil formed an earth dragon behind him. Earth Dragon Bullet Technique. Naruto snorted coldly. Water Dragon Bullet Technique. As soon as the words fell, a water dragon condensed from a huge flow of water smashed towards the earth dragon condensed from its roots. The earth dragon did not even hold up for half a second. Facing the collision of the water dragon, it directly turned into soil and dissipated. The roots of the two were forcefully blown away by the water dragon, and they smashed into a huge tree. How could this kid possibly release any ninjutsu without even forming any hand seals? So I said this kid must be a monster. This is no longer something we can resist. Let's go to the roots and ask for help from Danzo-sama. After saying that, the two roots quickly stood up, turned around and wanted to run away. Where to run? Naruto slapped his hands on the ground, and a huge whirlwind appeared, like a bullet, blowing directly towards the two roots. Secret volume. Zhongkong wave. Sends a bullet-like whirlwind at the enemy to blow them away. When it hits a building, the enemy will be bounced back. Level 1. Fragment, 1/20. Cooling time, 6 hours. The two roots had never expected Naruto to have this move, and were directly knocked down by the whirlwind and smashed into the tree. Then they bounced back to where Naruto was. At this moment, on Naruto's body, the blue Susano spread to both sides like wings, and finally replicated on his arms, forming an extremely huge Susano katana. Controlling the katana to spread directly forward, the roots that were bounced back made a puff. The chest was directly pierced by the blue Susano blade. The two roots were like fruits hanging on the tree. Blood dripped down the empty arm and fell on the tip of Naruto's nose. The Susano arm slowly dissipated, accompanied by two plops. The two corpses collapsed to the ground. The whole chest was pierced, and it can be said that they are deader than dead. Naruto looked at the two corpses in silence. Then he lowered his head in confusion, looking at the incomparably white. It's really strange, why don't I feel disgusted when killing people? I can't figure it out. Naruto walked in front of the two roots in 3 or 2 steps. Then he touched them back and forth. His face darkened. Tui poor bastard. Naruto walked forward a few steps with a dark face, then turned around and spit out a mouthful of fire. As the hot flames burned, everything returned to calm, and the breeze blew. The two roots completely disappeared in the forest of Konoha. It was as if nothing had happened. Only the miserable battle environment was left. Until the next day. Naruto whistled back to school as if nothing had happened. Until a few days later. Boom. Hiruzen. You must give me the Kyuubi. Danzo rushed to the Hokage's office angrily. He shocked Hiruzen Sarutobi who was peeping. What plane are you working on again, Danzo? Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned, quietly put the crystal ball into the drawer, and then looked confused. Kyuubi is dangerous. Danzo's tone was unusually solemn, as if Konoha was about to be destroyed. No, how is he in danger? They are taking classes well. Where did you get the basis for this? Sandai sneered in his heart. It seems that Danzo is really determined to have Naruto. Danzo's tone suddenly stopped. This can't be said out loud. Once Hiruzen knows that he secretly kidnapped Naruto. At that time he might even be deprived of his command power, but he felt uncomfortable if he didn't say it. He originally thought that the people he sent out wanted to wait for a suitable time to kidnap and come back. But when Danzo tried to get the two to move faster, he suddenly found that no one could be found, which completely confused him. Finally, after a detailed investigation, Naruto was on his way home. Found traces of the battle. But who was fighting the two Anbu? It could only be the nine-tailed imp. Without knowing it, Uzumaki Naruto had mastered the power of the nine tails and could even fight alone. What a terrible thing to kill two Chunin. Don't worry about where I got the evidence, Hiruzen, just trust me for once. Leave Naruto to me or you will regret it. Danzo said very unwillingly. Yes, I say I regret it all day long. I regret it. I have never regretted it once. Leave, Naruto is beyond your reach. Sarutobi Hiruzen's tone gradually became indifferent. Why? Why do not you believe me? Danzo's tone was very irritable. Because, I am the Hokage. Danzo was silent for a moment when he heard these familiar words. He looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen deeply, turned around and left. Chapter 17. Many days passed. Naruto thought that Danzo's boss would not give in and would continue to send routes to harass him. But I waited for half a month and still didn't get it. Naruto just didn't care. Since he was still in Konoha anyway, he didn't believe that the group boss would dare to kidnap him in public. Naruto, do you have any plans for this afternoon? Just when Naruto was lying on the table, a voice asked with some expectancy. He turned around and saw Inuzuka Kaiba, a small white dog above his head. I think it's fine to sleep on the table, Naruto said casually. After a month of getting along, at least Naruto can talk to the students sitting around him. These people are almost all heirs of big families, and naturally they are not comparable to some ignorant civilians. You are too boring, Naruto. Why don't we go fishing? This season is quite suitable for fishing. Inuzuka Kaiba is eager to try. By the way, you are really not afraid of your father having your legs broken? Naruto sighed. Since the last time he took Inuzuka Kaiba to skip class. Unlike Naruto who has no family, Iruka went directly to Inuzuka Kaiba's father. Inuzuka Kaiba was limping in class that week. Crooked. Snort. It would be better to let me die than let me attend classes in school. Then let's go. It just so happens that I haven't fished for a long time. Shikamaru came to the two of them at this time and said. When did your chess player evolve into a fishing guy? Naruto looked incredulous. Fishing is so interesting. Shikamaru said with a smile. What about you, Koji? I listened to Shikamaru. Dingji smiled naively. Naruto then looked at Sasuke, who had been looking at them. Little Tsundere, do you want to play? Snort. I don't want it, I want to study hard and do better than Nissan. After Sasuke finished speaking, he turned his mind to the textbook. Naruto shook his head. I really don't understand, what's so interesting about a book that boasts about Sarutobi Hiruzen? It also boasts that the Third Hokage is the greatest Hokage in history. The strongest Hokage ever. If you let him say it in front of the first generation, he can't kill you with one kick. Let's go. A group of people took advantage of the recess time to roll out of the ninja school's wall in a mighty manner. Strange, what are they talking about? Naruto looked at the villagers of Konoha who gathered together to celebrate. They all looked very happy. Don't you know? Shikamaru looked at Naruto in surprise. Then he began to explain. I heard that the war between Kumagakure and Konoha on the border is coming to an end. In 2 months, people from Kumagakure will come to Konoha to sign a truce agreement. People from Kumagakure are coming to Konoha to sign a truce. Naruto was slightly stunned, and then a piece of information emerged in his mind. This matter was indeed mentioned in the original book. But the people from Kumagakure coming to sign the truce was false, and coming to snatch the eldest daughter of the Hyuga clan was true. My wife is really easy to be targeted. When she was a child, she was targeted by a little kid, and when she went to school, she was targeted by people from Kumagakure, and when she grew up, she was still remembered by the Otsutsuki on the moon. It's really a disaster. Remember this time point in your heart. You must protect your wife yourself. In a trance, Naruto has followed them to a small river to fish. While fishing, he dealt with the fish on the spot. The time of children is spent so simply and easily. When it was almost time to go home from school, several people patted their buttocks. Naruto rubbed his buttocks and felt a little full. He ate too much today. It's not suitable to continue eating. Forget it, take this time to stroll around Konoha. Hey, it's this guy again. Please stay away from us. Stop standing in front of our store. Is such a person really a Jonin of Konoha? Although I don't want to admit it, this guy is really damaging to the image of our Konoha. Naruto stopped curiously and looked towards the place where everyone was gathered. In the distance, a green figure was slowly walking forward. With every step, he would say a number. 2586, 2587, 2588. Come on, you must do 3000 today. If you can't do it, do 3000 again. This cheerful voice, this alluring tights, and a healthy smile. It is simply a trap for men. Metkai, I've finally waited for you. Naruto said excitedly. Today's mission meeting center. Fight with Metkai. Mission reward 100 gold coins. A peek at Metkai's little acorn. Mission reward 500 gold coins. Wear Metkai's tights and attend ninja school for a month. Mission reward, 10 gold coins. Each of these 3 tasks is easy to complete. However, one must meet the key figure, Metkai. Now I finally encountered it. The last task was simply ignored by Naruto, so he didn't need the 10 gold coins. Naruto squeezed through the crowd and came to Metkai in a hurry. Hey, young children, get out of the way quickly, they are undergoing youthful exercise. Metkai also noticed that Naruto suddenly rushed out and said quickly. Chapter 18. Naruto stretched out his hand to stop him. As a last resort, Metkai could only stand up from his handstand. Then he inserted it into his waist. Looks very angry. Damn little devil, do you know that you are hindering the great youth? Metkai said aggressively. No, I'm just curious, what does the green man who is the leader of Konoha's youth look like? Logically speaking, Naruto now doesn't know Metkai, so Naruto pretending not to know Metkai's name. I am not a green man, I am the proud blue beast of Konoha, Might Guy. Might Guy immediately raised a thumb, pointed at himself, and introduced himself with a proud face. The blue beast of Konoha, so you are very powerful? Naruto asked curiously. That's not the case. Then can you fight me? Naruto looked at Might Guy with expectant eyes. You. Might Guy looked at Naruto's small body and immediately looked disgusted. At your age, you probably haven't graduated from ninja school yet, right? Let's wait and see when you graduate from the ninja school. Are you afraid of losing to me? Naruto asked curiously. How is that possible? I just don't want to bully you. Might Guy said unconvinced. Then let's have a fight. Naruto is eager to try. I don't want to, go away, kid, I want to keep running on the road of youth. After saying that, Might Guy was ready to pass Naruto and start walking upside down again. How can there be only one person on the road of youth? Your youth must be fake. Naruto looked doubtful. What fake youth? The proud blue beast can do it alone. Might Guy said aggressively. I don't think you can do it either, unless... Unless what? Let me try to see how much youth you have. Damn you little brat, I'll show you how powerful I am. Come on, I know a training ground in Konoha. The two left as they spoke. The residents of Konoha all showed happy expressions at the departure of these two freaks. Konoha's training ground number 7. Metkai and Uzumaki Naruto were one and one small. Figures are looking at each other. I don't know why you always pick fights with me, but... I'm telling you, I won't show mercy just because you're a kid. Might Guy said seriously. That's great, I couldn't ask for more. Naruto shook his hands. Suddenly at this moment, a prompt sounded in Naruto's mind. Activate hidden tasks. Defeat Metkai. Mission details, defeat Might Guy with 6 gates open using only physical skills. Mission completed, get the ninja template Tsunade, the hidden world, Metkai, Ninja World War, to choose one. The sudden mission prompt sound made Naruto slightly startled. Then a golden light of excitement suddenly burst out in his eyes. Metkai is such a good wool. Actually activated his own hidden mission. But this task is a bit difficult. To defeat Metkai, who had opened the 6th gate of the 8 gates of Dungia, he had to rely solely on physical skills. However, the rewards obtained are also very generous. This time I was actually rewarded with a template. Shadow Tsunade and Ninja World vs Metkai. Both of these are taijutsu ninjas. Strictly speaking, Naruto wants both of them. Hey, are you ready, kid? Might Guy looked at the dazed Naruto and asked quickly. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. Remember that? Then Naruto took a deep breath and said silently in his heart. Madara, it's up to you this time. Let you taste my passionate youth. Might Guy let out an excited roar. The whole person was like a green whirlwind, and he jumped over a distance of tens of meters, and in the blink of an eye he came to Naruto. Naruto's pupils began to shrink. What a fast speed! This seemed to be the speed when Might Guy was tied with weights. Sure enough, he was worthy of being called the king of Ninja World's #1 physical technique by Naruto fans in the previous life. Might Guy's fist was getting closer and closer in Naruto's field of vision. Naruto wanted to use his arms to block it, but the speed was too slow. Even if he saw you, he couldn't react. The body couldn't keep up with his field of vision. However, at this moment, Naruto suddenly felt a warm current on his body. It was as if the wind resistance suddenly disappeared. Bang! Naruto's arm directly blocked Might Guy's fist attack. But despite this, Naruto's body also stepped back several steps. You can actually block my fist of youth. Uzumaki Naruto, you have a very strong youthful talent. Metkai glanced at Naruto, who was half kneeling on the ground in surprise. He still knew something about his punch. Under normal conditions, even some genin couldn't do it. Naruto didn't have the kung fu at this time. Instead, he began to recall the warmth that had just appeared in his body. Is that the gift of fighting instinct? It is instinct that is automatically triggered in a crisis. It turns out that this is the case. Sure enough, the talent of combat instinct can only be improved by fighting. In this case, you can use it. Chapter 19. Figures large and small kept colliding in the forest. The more he fought, the more frightened he became. Naruto's speed was increasing at a speed that was visible to the naked eye. Originally, Naruto could not resist Metkai's whip kick during the battle. But the second time, Naruto actually reacted and also fought back with his legs. It feels like a little monster. Boom! With Metkai's punch, Naruto was hit directly on the tree. No more fighting! Naruto panted and waved his hand. His physical strength had been almost exhausted. Uzumaki Naruto, admit that you are a genius. Might Guy said seriously. Do you need to say this? Naruto rolled his eyes. To be honest, if it weren't for the interference of the Nine Tails Chakra in the original work, Naruto's talent wouldn't be so bad. He wouldn't be able to use the clone technique until he graduates. As the 4th generation Hokage and the blood of the Uzumaki clan, think about it and you will know that Naruto's talent is definitely not that bad. In the world of Naruto, perhaps the so-called hard work can surpass the genius before Shippuden. Is farting. Thank you very much for today, Metkai Jounin. Naruto said gratefully. It's okay, if you want to continue training in the future, you can come to me again. Might Guy waved his hand. After fighting with others, he naturally understood that Naruto came to him to practice his physical skills. But Might Guy was also happy with this. Then I won't be polite. After saying that, the two looked at each other and showed a smile like black toothpaste. Thank you very much for your guidance. I have nothing to repay you. Please take a shower. Naruto said, dragging Might Guy outside. Hey? Hey. Taking a shower. Might Guy's eyes widened. How? Metkai Jounin, aren't you shy? Naruto looked at Metkai with a strange look on his face. Metkai, whose face turned red after being stared at, began to speak harshly. How could I be shy? Just go. Looking at Might Guy's reluctant figure, Naruto's mouth curled up slightly. He didn't forget the task refreshed today. There was another task. To see the legendary little acorn. This was something Naruto had planned long ago. Anyway, after the battle, the two of them were sweaty and embarrassed. Just took a shower. The men's bathroom? Those who understand will understand. Half an hour later, Naruto and Might Guy reappeared at the door of the bathroom. Might Guy left with his head down in despair. He was still muttering in his mouth. How is it possible? He is only a 6-year-old child, how can he be older than me? Naruto was also surprised. Although he knew about small acorns, you didn't expect them to be so small. It's better to call them peanuts. No wonder Metkai in the original book lived alone. In this situation, no one would dare to ask for them. A week later. A new week begins, and this is the first day after the holiday. Even Naruto, who always sleeps, is not sleeping now. What is taught today? Is the chakra extraction technique. A technique that can increase your own chakra capacity. God knows how long Naruto has been waiting for this. With this thing, he finally doesn't have to sleep in vain during class. You know, Naruto is still using the chakra that comes with the Madara template. This time, Naruto studied very seriously in class. He wanted to cram all the knowledge points in. Irika was relieved to see it. Until the end of class, Naruto couldn't wait to go home. Then he tried to refine the chakra in his body. As Naruto's system chakra, this thing is easy to extract. Simply put, it absorbs the energy in the cells for storage. But it has to be integrated into one's own consciousness, soul, etc. So for some powerful ninjas, death is not death at all. Chakra itself represents their consciousness. For example, the Six Paths Sage, the finale, he still showed up to give a plug-in. It turns out to be like this. Naruto murmured to himself. After just an hour of practice, he successfully extracted a little chakra. This chakra was integrated into his body and directly merged with the chakra of the previous template. He finally understood why is he always calling Kyuubi, but he can't get in or out of his own mental space. The chakra before was dead, and he couldn't do anything except mobilize the release skills. But Naruto's own experience was different. With his conscious soul, he directly covered it with the previous chakra. Now, as long as Naruto concentrates on injecting it, he can enter his own spiritual space. After he figured it out, Naruto was very excited. Lying on the bed, he closed his eyes and entered a deep state of consciousness. After a long time, Naruto's consciousness gradually declined, and then he slowly opened his eyes and looked at his surroundings. He got up from the water in the sewer. It was like the original Naruto had been sleeping in the water. There was a huge cage directly in front of him. The inside of the cage was very dark. It's like an abyss with no bottom. Chapter 20. Bang! Just as Naruto was observing, a huge orange claw suddenly appeared on the cage. It appeared so suddenly that it seemed to hit the cage hard. Naruto was so scared that he jumped. It looked like a ghost.